They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
12, 11. Stop.
Now a give left side, Brown with it. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now it's Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Brown. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Brown. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Here's Burrow. That's caught at the 1. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So no gain on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football, as they've got it looking at 4th and less than a yard.
On 2. Here we go. 11 empty.
In motion
11
goes the
empty.
tight end.
11 Thomas. 11 Mighty. 11 Mighty. Stop.
They'll try and run for it with Brown. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
we change it.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They were just trying to get their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Well, you know the psyche of these quarterbacks can be very fragile at times. We wonder how he'll react now. Pick six on the very first throw for him of the game.
And I think his teammates are just staring at him right now, wanting to know what his psyche is. They're going to check his body language. They're going to see how he reacts. Best thing he can do is probably go to the bench and crack a joke. Just let him know, man, I'm okay. We're going to be fine, because he has to bounce back from it. But if he takes it too seriously, he's probably going to go right in the tank.
And he will get in to make it 8-0. And they turn the pick six into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the foot. Taking it right down Broadway. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. He may go. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 95 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion,
he's got a man complete. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, 37 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yo.
Jackson. Able to shake him off. Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Hey, report.
Jackson. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now it's Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To throw is Jackson. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42. From the gun, Jackson. He's got it complete to Aguilar. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw again is Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nelson Aguilar from 19 yards away. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this has happened good. And this is now a 1-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
11, 11, 11.
Now it's Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
12, 12, 12. 11 MP.
Now Burrow changing things up here.
11 MP. 12, 12. 11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
That's caught. It's a rookie from Alabama.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go, here we go. 11 mighty, 11 mighty. Stop.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow buying time to his left. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. On ill-advised throw. Back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing is Jackson. He finds Aguilar over the middle. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson.
That's going deep for Bateman. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by Von Bell.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A first down carry for Henry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
2 yards still to go. Third down now.
Jackson now. Past the 20. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. It was third and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Henry running right. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Here we go.
This is Brown going up the middle. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
2nd and 5.
11 MT. 11 MT. Here we go.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
They get this out quickly to the left side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Touchdown, Bengals!
Jamar Chase.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals have taken a 4th quarter lead. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 5.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
4th down, 10 yards to go.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Inside handoff, Henry.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Here's 1st down.
Again, it's Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Here's Jackson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11 MT, 11 MT. Stop.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and go on my D.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
11 Thomas. 11, 11, 11. 11 MT Tate. 11 MT Tate.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the bank.
Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 no permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Justin Tucker has this all teed up, and we're underway from the bank. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Right to the air, Burrow. He's on the move. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
They get 13 on the pickup, and it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go.
They'll run again with Brown. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. The solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Flush down now to his left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So that brings up 2nd down.
11 MT, Tate. 11 MT. It's your set.
Burrow setting up the play action. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. To throw again, it's Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Here we go.
Trying for it with Burrow. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. Forced out to his right. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. From the 47. On the move, headed right. He's got Andrews. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. Andrews with the catch. And he takes this down to the 10 before hitting the sideline. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. Back to the bank in just a moment. Welcome back. 2nd quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. That one intended for Mark Andrews. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Caught near the goal line. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Right on the doorstep now. Here's 1st and goal from inside the 1. Henry takes it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get the game's first points here in the 2nd. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Getting out to his left. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, as you can see here, things broke down a little bit. He tried to find a connection, but he just could not get on the same page. I'll tell you what I do like about that throw, though. He didn't risk an interception, and he put it out of bounds instead.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right, getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Stop.
After the pick, here's Burrow again. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Offense up to the line fast. From the 38. He rolls to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Man in motion out of the slot. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Bengals pushing for a score before the break. 1st and 10 from the 41. Burrow from the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Get some space around midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
Here we go. 11-90.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line.
11.
On first down, here's Burrow. Has a man, it's Brown. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
Here we go.
They'll throw it again. He brings it in. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here we go.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
11. Stop.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
11, mighty. Here we go. Stop.
Brown can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
11 MT. Stop.
On 3rd and goal, here's Burrow. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
11 MT. Stop.
Burrow back to throw. Escapes the pocket. And it falls incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
1st and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Lamar now from the gun. Chased out to his right. He'll try and run this. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. He's back to throw. Escapes out to the left. That's completed right side. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. The drive begins with Henry. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. B.J. Hill, the one to bring him down. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Running this one left. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they shoot the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing the run was coming, and boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Buys time, rolling, and oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hilton. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. You get a pick 6. You get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's on the move. He's keeping it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
And he drives it up past the 45. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. This is Henry on second. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. The dose of the hurry up offense here. On second down, here's Henry again. Stiff arm success. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Turning to Henry on third. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Working quickly here. Going to the ground again on first. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
This is the end of the third quarter. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Second and 6 coming up here. Running once more with Henry. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First down, and they go back to Henry. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Second and 8. Forced out to his right. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys can have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Looking to throw. He finds Aguilar. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henry. And he's brought down after a decent gain. Give him 4 yards as we have hit our 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens leading by 7. They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Henry does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Trying to run with Henry. And he's brought down for a loss. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Justin Tucker out for the field goal. A lot of pressure hovering over this kick. Bullock's kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
1st and 10 now from the 30.
11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
Now Burrow. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
11, Thomas. Get set.
Burrow to the air now. Trying to push it deep downfield. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Desperation time here on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. They go for it on 4th down and get it in a big way, 25 yards there.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st down, Burrow to throw. Throwing deep for the end zone. And the This is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout. And they'll take this opportunity to discuss what's next over on their sideline. We're down inside the final 90 seconds as they line up for the all-important onside kick. And no dice on this kick. The Ravens recover. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Henry running left. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Trying to set this up quick. Another run for Henry. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Handoff headed right to Henry. And they bring him down around the 34. A pickup of 2, and that run doesn't get it for them either. It's 4th and 2.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Brock. You bring a division rival into your building, you want to make a statement at their expense and get that W.
We know it's not just an axiom, right, that it's so hard to win any game in the NFL. It is. They're difficult to do. But a division rival in your own building, it almost feels like a must-win, and that's the juice they played with today.
With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.
Turn the lights on.